Caesar, top of the afternoon to you, buddy. Give you a little sweep over. Woo! I am getting caught up from after this surgery. Oh, here's your faceplate. Really cleaned up well, buddy. Did not remove any additional silk screening. Couple smudges to eradicate, but other than that, she is gorgeous again, man. You have, one thing I noticed, one of these pots, I think it's this guy, yeah. He's canted a couple degrees over to the starboard, or I can't remember, port side, depending on what way you're facing. But that is neither here nor there. But what is here is one clean amp. So just a quick overview. I was able to obviously reinforce all the solder joints underneath these control panel parts here for you. Some of your jacks were actually canted to one side or the other. I was able to get them firmly seated against the board. It's all beautiful now. These are your new filter capacitors. Am I zoomed in here? I sure am. Beautiful. We got new plate resistors there across the preamp. Obviously, you know, low voltage supply. Let me zoom in there for you. Kind of have a new working theory about why these things are burning up in these amps. I think it's less about the component body and more about maybe the current going through the little traces here. Because it seems to me that the darkest spots are literally centered around the solder pads. Is that true? I have no idea. It's just a theory. But she's beautiful now. I did a deep dive on standoff material for high heat components like these. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to do the old double crimpity doodah. Doesn't even need a standoff really, but I don't know. Just trying to get a little fancier. My presentation here. So your lead dress is as quiet as it could possibly be, at least according to my experience. That may change once we get the rest of the stuff in and I finish testing. But this is pretty much what we're looking at, man. So I basically did a bit of a harness tuck, trying to keep the noisy big ripple or radiating sources of noise away from the signal stuff. So we could have a little quieter operation. Did a lot of reinforcement of the solder joints there. But a thing that I've been doing, and I haven't really been showing, is placing these screen resistors on this side of the board. It just doesn't make sense to have them right up against the ceiling. Heat obviously is going to rise. Let's give him some space to do that. So I think this is the best spot for them. Again, your mileage may vary, my humble opinion. So this is going to be a really good time tomorrow, my friend, and I should be done then. There's no reason why I shouldn't be done. But I do want to give her a good thorough test. Make sure she's well behaved for you. And what else? I wanted to say something else. Oh yeah. So maybe not now, maybe not in the future, but if you want to start experimenting with some things, this little gray wire here is your negative feedback, or connects the speaker terminal. So I think if you wanted to put that on the switch, or maybe I think a switch would probably be the best idea, or a pod even, if you want to get some variable negative feedback. And you can have some little shades of breakup there at lower volume. It gets a little greasier, a little more bass and presence. But again, let's get her up and running first, and then we can talk about future mods. But yeah, she cleaned up astonishingly well. I'm very happy, and again, incredibly grateful to you guys. And I gotta say something else. Remember the mystery package that ended up being a ton of these A ton of these little dragon chopsticks that no one's fessed up to sending me. Well, I got another thing in the mail. A giant Parts Express box came in. So I don't know if you guys are trying to tell me something here. Just feel like you're trying to say something. But I sure needed one of these. Because I'm thinking about hauling out the scope and the signal generator and the whole thing. And maybe doing some work on that and then showing you guys some things that you could find available online at any number of other amp techs or electronics engineers websites or YouTube channels or Instagrams or TikToks or what have you. But yeah, it'd be kind of cool to get that stuff back up once I get a little space here on the desk. I need to just commit this thing to being an electronics workbench, which is what it is. I'm not going to be recording anymore for the foreseeable future, so I need to get these studio monitors and some of this other gear off of it, and just dedicate this thing so I could put the rest of my gear up. Anyway, Caesar, the rest of you cats out there, y'all take care. Bye-bye.